I will tell you why this era is obsessed with superheroes. Do you want to know why? Because society has reached a point where it knows what must be done. But they do not know how to structurally go about it. At least not as an entire society. Not specifically. So what do? The fantasy isn't the superhero. Someone who can fly or shoot. That's not the fantasy. It is fantastical, but that's not the fantasy. The fantasy is how they solve the problems of our reality. That is the fantasy. Because they do not know. So they gotta make some shit up. Our ancestors have kept us blind. They were slaves and sheep to any fucking factor in their environment. Just go along every fucking day. That's why we're obsessed with superheroes. There's a reason why it's happening right now with these generations of people. But it is time to kill the fantasy industry. It is time to kill the superhero industrial complex. Or Hollywood, I don't know. I made that sound more dramatic than it is. And there is only one way. They need the right tool. They need a map of their society. 100,000 decisions that change every single one of these motherfuckers' lives every goddamn day, and they don't know a single goddamn thing about it. They don't even know the name of the department where they would be able to give a bill so that their representatives could represent them. They don't even know that. And I know they don't because it took me forever to find it. No one is searching that. Random ass department. That's how you know they don't know how to make solutions. They gotta fantasize solutions. But if they knew, Batman's comic books would be making actual detective work and not fantasy bullshit. But they don't know. They don't know how none of their systems work. They don't know what none of their systems are doing. They are just sitting there like sheep, waiting, hoping the right person makes the right choices. So if we want better art, if we want better entertainment, if we want to actually not be slaves to these oligarchic pedophile motherfuckers, we need to build a society interface. A map where the structural dimensions of society are represented in an intuitive way. All of it. Not your opinion, but what they're fucking doing. Who's doing it? Real time. Not some page you scroll and then you forget about it. No, motherfucker. A Google Maps with the data overlaid. All the temporal data overlaid. Forever. Till then, all of these motherfuckers, they're just gonna fantasize. Fantasize. And let their subconscious and their biology and their emotions control them and make them feel better so they can sleep one more fucking night. Too fucking bad. The job is only halfway done, motherfucker. Our lives are worthless. They are meaningless. We are still slaves. On that note, I will give you an update on the society interface. I've reached the point in where I have focused on one element of the society interface, and that is the institutional interface, right? I think the best way to start and get these people's gears rolling is if we just have the institutional interface, a universal matrix that can show you all of the dimensions of an institution. And I don't know, maybe it could be a little widget in your web browser or some shit. So when you're scrolling down, you're reading an article, and it just says some random thing about, oh, the Department of Education. And you're just going to be like, oh, I've heard of it. I don't know who runs it, what they're doing, or anything about it, but I'm just going to keep reading like I do, right? Well, you know, the institutional interface should blink and be like, click this button so you can see the three-dimensional matrix of all of the things in a temporal dimension that this singular institution has been doing. So now you have context. I think that's a goddamn good way to start, actually. That is a goddamn good way to start. Because I'm seeing I've said this a million times, right? But these journalists, they gotta describe the institution and then give you the opinion about whatever 0.001% of that institution they have described in a specific frame for their specific interpretation. It's time to cut the bullshit. But no, these motherfuckers think Superman's gonna come on down and save him. Ain't no one coming to save y'all. It is time to kill the era of superheroes. I wouldn't say kill, evolve. Evolve the era of superheroes. They want these problems solved. Well, I will give you the tool that you need to figure it out. I will make you the superhero of your family. What you should have been, what our ancestors should have been making us. But instead, they were weak fucking fools who were afraid. Afraid of everything. Afraid of their feelings being hurt. Of their minds being hurt. Of them being disrespected. And look at what they got us. Bullshit. Nothing. That's cap. They did a really good job. They did a really good job. That's cap. But it's for emotional reasons, okay? So don't take it too personal. And it's facts. Join me. Let us put our strength together. And let us free these goddamn pathetic motherfuckers from our own ignorance, from our own blindness, from our own fantasy. Let them see the beauty of the infinite and everything that could be done. Join me.